Hello friends, welcome to this discussion on current affairs, economy and banking. As usual, we'll discuss a range of issues, but importantly, we'll focus on few major ones. And as usual, I would want you to write as much note as much of a note taking as you can. Please write as much as you can. Please do as much of a note taking as you can. Here's the first question: which of the following decide, not will decide, which of the following decide the quantity of coins to be minted in India? The answer is mentioned already, and we'll discuss a little about the RBI, a lot about the RBI, because often there are questions on the RBI, subsidiaries, everything associated with the RBI except the functions. In this session, we will not discuss the functions. Maybe some other session we'll discuss the functions, but everything else about the RBI will come in this discussion. Okay, please write. I'll discuss 3, 4, as part of one. So write. Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India. I'll also make a note of whatever I will tell you so that things are on the same page. Reserve Bank of India. Right. First point. So first 2-3 points will be the common points that we have been taking since longer, but as we move we'll have a lot of other stuff coming in. So please write. Reserve Bank of India, first point, established 1935 under the RBI Act, under the RBI Act, 1934, under the RBI Act 1934. Okay, next point. Originally headquartered at Calcutta or Kolkata. Originally headquartered at Kolkata, 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 moved to Mumbai in 1937, just soon after actually. So originally set up in Calcutta but moved to Mumbai in 1937. Next. Originally privately owned. Originally, ORIGINALLY. Originally privately owned, OWNAD, nationalized in 1949. Nationalized, I think it's called Rashtriyakaran something in Hindi. Nationalized in 1949. Next. Since 1949, owned by Government of India. So owned by Government of India. Okay, next. Head office dash Mumbai. Head office Mumbai. These are important ones, ordinary ones rather. Next. One governor and 4 deputy governors. 4 deputy governors. So there is 1 governor and 4 deputy governors. Okay? Now we know the name of the governor, Shaktikanta Das. Just write, because it's a complete note that we would have in one place. Just write. Governor dash Shaktikanta Das. Shaktikanta Das. See, even if you write, it becomes easy. See, why do I write? I write because it gives me a structure. Okay, ये कह दिया मैंने, इसके बाद ये आएगा करके. Okay, right. Shaktikanta Das. Next, 4 deputy governors. 4 deputy governors. 4 should be there, but as of today there are 3. आज 3 हैं. जनरली 4 होने चाहिए. हाल ही में NS विश्वनाथन ने रिजाइन किया था, but his place has not been filled. So write 3 deputy governors dash Michael Patra, P-A-T-R-A, Michael Patra, M-I-C-H-A-E-L, Michael Patra, comma, B.P. Kanungo, B.P. Kanungo, 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 BP Kanungo. And the third is Mahesh Kumar Jain, Mahesh Kumar Jain, MK Jain, Mahesh Kumar Jain. So this should be 4 governors, but there are 3 governors now. Sorry, there should be 4 deputy governors, but currently we have 3 deputy governors. Okay, next. The top board, you write this, also comprises non-official directors. Non-official directors. So, we are talking of, we mentioned the RBI governor and the 4 deputy director, 4 deputy governors. They are called the official directors. Okay. Next, uske naam. Non-official directors. Underline that. Uske niche 2 points. 1. 2 points. 1. 10 TEN or 10. 10 directors. 10 directors from various fields, and 2 government officials, 2 government of India officials, 2 government of India officials are nominated by the central government, Next, second point. 4 directors from 4 local banks, dash, underline this, local, not banks, what is it? 4 local boards, BOARDS, boards. 4 local boards, in brackets, 4 regional offices at Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, and Chennai. So apart from the 10 nominated non-official directors, and various sectors, they could be business persons, they could be top corporate officials, they could be chartered accountants, they could be anyone. Please know that, but they should be men of integrity, financial integrity and all. So apart from this 10, there should be 2 government officials. Okay, now plus there should be 4 official directors, which is like 4 official guys from the local regional boards of the RBI. So there are 4 local regional offices. Okay, and you write the next point about the regional offices. Right, dash. If you have written this 4, you just repeat: Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, Chennai. Next, 5 members per board. 5 members per board. BOARD, board. 5 members per board. Next point. Each with a term of 4 years. Each with a term of 4 years. 4 years. Next. Dash. Last point. Appointed by Government of India. Appointed by Government of India. Government of India. Government of India. Okay. So this is the basic about the board and the top guys. Now let's come down to this coin printing, currency printing, coin minting, currency printing and all that. Remember, coins are minted, currency is printed. Okay, leave 1 line space, right? Currency printing. dash, underline that first point. RBI is the sole authority to issue currency notes, dash for currency note printing presses, PRESSES, for printing presses, currency note printing presses. Okay. Second point. Of these four, two are owned by the government of India. Two are owned by the government of India. In brackets, located at Nasik, Nashik, Nashik, and you know Nashik is in Maharashtra. Nasik in Maharashtra, and Devas, Devas in Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Full stop. Next point. Of the remaining two are owned by. You look at choice 3 there. I'll give you the full form of it. Then you write in brackets this short form. Okay. The remaining two dash, you write dash, located at Mysuru, Mysuru, and Mysuru is in Karnataka. And Salboni, SALBONI. I repeat, SALBONI. Salboni in West Bengal. Salboni in West Bengal. Dash are owned by. Look at choice 3 now. Bharatiya Reserve Bank, note, note, Mudran, MUDRAN. I repeat, MUDRAN. Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited. Okay, private limited. So see this. There are 4 printing presses, currency note printing presses. One is in Devas, the other is in Nashik. Both are owned by the government of India directly. But RBI owns 2 other things. One is in Mysore, the other is in, what is the place? Shalboni in West Bengal. Okay. So currency notes are printed here. Next, leave one nice space, right? Coins, subheading coins. COINS, coins. Coins. Underline that, right? The government of India decides. The quantity of coins. The government of India decides the quantity of coins, but are issued by the RBI. Underline that. See, coins are minted at dash See, there are 4 mints. You could write coins are minted at 4 mints, M-I-N-T-S, mint. 4 mints. 4 mints. Okay, I'm going to name these 4. Write this. 1, Alipur, A-L-I-P-O-R-E, Alipur, A-L-I-P-O-R-E, Alipur, in brackets, Kolkata, Alipur, Kolkata, comma, Kolkata, not in brackets, Alipur, Kolkata. Second one, Saifabad, S-A-I-F-A-B-A-D, S-A-I-F-A-B-A-D, Saifabad, comma, Hyderabad. It's in Hyderabad. It's a part of Hyderabad. It's in the heart of Hyderabad. Saifabad, Hyderabad. You know why I'm naming the place, the area? There is a reason. The reason is number 3. Number 3, right. Cherlapalli, C-H-E-R-L-A-P-A-L-L-Y, Cherlapalli, comma, Hyderabad. Cherlapalli, Hyderabad. So in Hyderabad there are 2. One is in Saifabad, the other is in Cherlapalli. Cherlapalli is famous for its jail. No, they are not related. Okay. So Cherlapalli, Saifabad in Hyderabad, Alipur in Calcutta, and the 4th one, Noida, N-O-I-D-A, Noida. In fact, now it's famous as Noida, but when it was started, it actually meant the area, industrial area, that is NOIDA, New Okhla Industrial Development Authority. That is Noida. New Okhla, O-K-H-L-A, New Okhla Industrial Development Authority. अभी तो नोएडा कहते हैं सभी. पहले एक जमाने में इसका दूसरा ही मतलब था. दूसरा नाम का, full form was something very different. So coins यहाँ पे mint की जाती है. Now you know where the currency notes come from. There are 4 places, okay, and where these coins are minted. Next, leave one space, right? RBI has, next, leave one space, right? RBI has 4 fully owned subsidiaries. RBI has 4 fully owned subsidiaries. S-U-B, I repeat, S-U-B-S-I-D-I-A-R-I-E-S. Subsidiaries. Okay, RBI has 4 fully owned subsidiaries. Underline that. Right. 1. Deposit insurance and credit guarantee corporation. Deposit insurance and credit guarantee corporation. Deposit insurance and credit guarantee corporation. In brackets, DICGC. Next one. Bharatiya, that choice 3. Bharatiya Reserve Bank Note Mudran Private Limited. Next. So ये रहा आपका शॉर्ट फॉर्म, ब्रैकेट्स में लिख लीजिए. पहले वाला DICGC, सेकेंड वन इज BRBNPL, ओके, BRBNMPL. नेक्स्ट, थर्ड वन Reserve Bank Information Technology. Reserve Bank Information Technology. Private Limited. Reserve Bank Information Technology Private Limited. In brackets, write a different kind of short form, because that is how this organization writes in short form. Capital R, small e, capital B, IT in caps. So R capital, small s, so small e, the lowercase e, BIT. Repeat. Next. एक और है. Fourth one. Indian financial technology. Indian financial technology and allied services IFTAS. Indian financial technology and allied 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 services in brackets IFTAS. Indian Financial Technology and Allied Services. Next, leave one line space, right? See, I brought this entire information so that we will have everything related to the RBI in one place. Maybe in the second installment, we will look at the functions of the RBI, okay? Because functions are a little tricky business. This is all facts, you know, ये सब facts है. ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, वो है, इतने subsidiaries हैं, इतने coin mints हैं, इतने currency note printing presses हैं. आराम से लिख सकते हैं, facts है पूरे. Okay. Next, right. Subheading 6. RBI owns 6 training institutes. 6 training institutes. Hey, all this information comes from the RBI website. This is not mine. Obviously, I can't create all these things now. But I have taken the entire information from the RBI website. So everything that you noted down is 100% right. 100% right. Nothing of my creation. Right. 6 training institutes. Okay. First one. NIBM. Okay. Write the full form. National Institute of Banking Management. National Institute of Banking Management. National Institute of Banking Management, comma, Pune, P-U-N-E, Pune. Next, second one. Indira Gandhi Institute for Development Research. Indira Gandhi Institute for Development Research. Indira Gandhi Institute for Development Research in bracket. Where is this in? It's in Mumbai. It's in Mumbai. And the third one is choice 4. वहाँ पे जो लिखा है Institute for Development and Research Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology. Institute for Research and Banking Technology. Institute for Research and Banking Technology in brackets IDRBT, Hyderabad. It's in Hyderabad. Okay. Next point. The above three are autonomous. 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 Next point. So we mentioned there are 6 training facilities. 3 are mentioned. We mentioned NIBM. We mentioned Indira Gandhi Institute for Development Research, and we mentioned the IDRBT. Next, RBI Staff College. Fourth one, RBI Staff College. comma Chennai. It's in Chennai. Next, RBI Academy. RBI Academy, comma Mumbai. Third one, College of Agricultural Banking. It's in Pune. Next one. The above listed are part of the RBI, are part of the RBI. Above listed are part of the RBI. Oh, that was pretty comprehensive. We spent almost 20 minutes, my friends. 25 minutes, about 25 minutes on this, which is pretty good. Yeah, but they can't get that. We'll write a little about this BRBNMPL. Okay, write this please. BRBNPL. Underline that. Right. You know the full form. Bharatiya. You could write this. Bharatiya Reserve Bank. Note Mudran. Bharatiya Reserve Bank. Note Mudran. Private Limited. Bharat Reserve Bank. Note Mudran. Private Limited. Next. Established. Where is it? When was it established? 1995. Established 1995. Next point. Aim is to augment. 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 Production of banknotes. To enable the RBI to bridge BRIDGE, bridge the gap between demand and supply of currency notes. A while ago, we mentioned that the RBI has 4 presses where they print notes. And we mentioned that 2 are controlled by the Government of India and 2 are controlled by this particular BRBNMPL organization. So we just repeat that point so that we revise this. Okay, next. Owns 2 presses. Owns 2 currency printing presses. At Mysuru in Karnataka, and Shalboni, Shalboni in West Bengal. So that's it, guys. 25 minutes is a fairly good time to learn a little about the RBI, isn't it? So I'm sure that you would have learned a few good things about where the printing presses, where the coin minting homes. So who's the SBI chairman? SBI chairman is Rajneesh Kumar. Yes. एक काम करते हैं, मैं आपको थोड़ा SBI के बारे में बताता हूँ. It is, see, we all know I have given these notes in the past, but I am revising this. So one of the feedback was that if possible, wherever I get a chance, I'll help you revise that. Okay, whatever we have taken, not everything, but 2-3 important things. So right, SBI, State Bank of India, State Bank of India. Right. The presidency banks of the presidency, PRESIDENCY, presidency banks of Bombay, comma, Madras, Bombay, Madras, and the presidency banks of Bombay, Madras, and Calcutta, in brackets, established in the second half of the 20th century, of the 19th century, established in the second half, HAW, off, it's actually off, HALF, of the 19th century. Actually, they were established between 1860 and 1875, but will not be exact. So, the presidency banks of these 3 places were merged to create the Imperial Bank of India, in 1921. Next point. The Imperial Bank of India was nationalized in 1955 and renamed State Bank of India, renamed State Bank of India. State Bank of India. Okay. So guys, you know the chairman is Vaishresh Kumar. You know it's India's biggest bank. You could write India's biggest bank by revenue, comma, number of ATMs, capital letter ATM, small s, no apostrophe, number of ATMs and branches. Head office is in Mumbai. Okay. Mumbai. Which organization releases the ease of doing business report? World Bank. It's called the World Bank Ease of Doing Business Report. एक काम करते हैं, इसके बाद में कुछ लिखते हैं, ठीक है? चलिए. This is the second thing I will focus on, so that you know you have some dope. Sometimes they give this question: which of the following is not a parameter for the ease of doing business report? Please write. Right. Underline that. Created by Simeon, Simeon, Dinkoff, Simeon Dinkoff, DEANKOV, Dinkoff. मैंने आपको पहले बताया था कि if a word ends in OV, Russian name or something, it is pronounced with an F. So no problem. मैं Simeon Dinkoff कहता हूँ. And Gerard, 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 Gerard Paul, P-O-H-L, Paul, comma, economist, E-C-O-N-O-M-I-S-T-S, economist at the World Bank, Next, some of the parameters used to calculate the ease of doing business index are underline that, right? First point, starting a business, and if you're starting something from scratch, you want to set up a power plant or anything, any kind of factory, anything. So one is starting a business. Number two, dealing with construction permits, Next, getting electricity. This is technical language. Getting electricity. Next, registering property. R-E-G-I-S-T-E-R-I-N-G. Registering property. Next, access to credit. Access, A-C-C-E-S-S. Access to credit. C-R-E-D-I-T, credit. Next, protecting investors. Next, so we'll do one thing. We'll write the entire list, not just some. You would write, you strike off some. You write parameters used. Okay. Next, paying taxes. Next, trading across borders. Once you start your business, you get electricity permits, you get access to credit, you start engaging in business activity, you would have contracts. Next, enforcing contracts. Contract means business deal. Enforcing contracts. So this would test the justice system, the judicial system. Enforcing contracts, and in case the business goes bankrupt, resolving, R-E-S-O-L-V-I-N-G, resolving, it's called resolving bankruptcy or insolvency. कोई भी लिख सकते हैं. Bankruptcy, B-A-N-K-R-U-P-T-C-Y, resolving bankruptcy. So see, this is all about, and India is not great when it comes to these kinds of parameters. Getting permits, you have to start something for construction, getting permits for electricity. These are all they take a lot of time in India. At one time, it used to take an average of 108 days and something like over 100 permits. To set up a petrol pump, you would require nearly 40 permits in India. Clearances, they are called. Water department, clearance from water department, clearance from electricity department, clearance from commercial taxes. All these kinds of certificates should be there, without which you cannot start anything in India. And you know how much time it would take to run around certain offices. See, certain state governments are efficient, certain aren't. A few are, most aren't. So in that case, it kind of delays there is no ease of doing business. It kind of eats into your money. If I had borrowed money, I'm a business person and I have borrowed money to set up a venture here, but I still don't receive my permits, it means that I'm losing precious money because I'm paying interest on that money. And second thing, I'm also not earning anything because I have a plant and machinery, but I haven't received the certificate of commencement of business. I haven't received the certificate to start manufacturing activity or whatever other activity. So as long as I don't engage in business, there is no money coming in. If there is no money coming in, there is no way I can pay my fixed cost, variable cost, electricity and all. Fixed cost तो होता ही है. I mean, you have rent of a premises, you fixed cost. Some employees are more or less permanent, a few are variable and not permanent, so wages differ. But end of the day, there are costs, and if there is a delay in starting a business, running a business, and everything, then there is a huge problem. And India, we are not doing well. So the top 5 ranks, and then I'll come to India rank. Please write. Global top 5 ranks. Global top 5 ranks. Underline that. 1. New Zealand. 2. Singapore. 1. New Zealand. 2. Singapore. 3rd. Hong Kong. It would take less than a day to start a business in these countries, the top 3 countries. 4. Denmark. Yeah, Denmark. 5. South Korea. So New Zealand, take them down under. Singapore, okay. Then Hong Kong, and then we come to what is that place? Denmark in Europe, and we have South Korea. So there are 3 places in Asia: Singapore, Hong Kong, and South Korea. So remarkably, we are doing quite well actually. Then to this you can add New Zealand. So in the West there is only one country, Denmark, which is in the top 5. So India rank 61, 63. India rank 63. China rank 31. So I just wanted you to look at comparison basically. That's it, nothing else. And as far as these organizations are concerned, we have had a lot of note in the past on each of these. Yes, repeatedly we have had notes on the World Bank, on the Asian Development Bank, and just about everything, IMF and all that. But I may repeat for you only choice 2. Let me repeat this. Okay? जहाँ भी चांस मिलता है थोड़ा रिपीट करेंगे, लेकिन रिपीटेटिवनेस नहीं होना चाहिए. जैसे कि it should not eat into precious time that could be added, that could be used for other questions. So World Trade Organization, underline that, right. First, established 1995, just important points only, okay. Established 1995. Next point. Head office Geneva, 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 head office Geneva, comma, Switzerland. Third point, Director General, क्या नाम है उनका? Roberto Azevedo, Roberto Azevedo, 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 in brackets Brazil. Next, 164 members. Dash. Latest is Afghanistan. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Now we spend a great deal of time on these questions. Next, money markets we discussed. Which of the following is not true about the money market? Market for short-term financial assets. Yes, it is true. Maturity period is less than 1 year. Yes. They can be dealt at stock exchange. No, they can be dealt only in the money market, which is beyond the stock market. Stock market you can trade in only securities, shares, stuff like that. So interbank lending, borrowing happens because of this. Okay. The Bank of Baroda has its headquarters at Vadodara. Vadodara basically are same. अभी नाम है वडोदरा, पहले नाम होता था बड़ौदा. ओके, एक काम करते हैं, we'll write about the bank, the head office and the current CEO. And after we write the name of the bank, we'll also write the name of the banks that have been merged with this. Okay, so right, Bank of Baroda, Bank of Baroda, Bank of Baroda, in brackets, what is the bank? There are two banks. Dena Bank, D-E-N-A, Dena Bank and Vijaya Bank. Dena Bank and Vijaya Bank. So Bank of Baroda in brackets, Dena, D-E-N-A, Dena Bank and Vijaya Bank. Vijaya Bank dash Vadodara, Vadodara, choice 3, head office dash Sanjeev Chadda, Sanjeev Chadda, Sanjeev Chadda, C-H-A-D-A, Sanjeev Chadda. ओके, ये जो चॉइसेस हैं इनके बारे में हम थोड़ा लिखेंगे. इन वन ऑफ द सिटीज, द बैंक्स दैट आर लिस्टेड हियर, ओके, दैट आर हेडक्वार्टर्ड हियर. नेक्स्ट, पंजाब नेशनल बैंक. सो व्हेन वी से न्यू दिल्ली वी कैन ब्रिंग इन पंजाब नेशनल बैंक, राइट? पंजाब नेशनल बैंक, पंजाब नेशनल बैंक इन ब्रैकेट्स ओरिएंटल बैंक ऑफ कॉमर्स, ओरिएंटल बैंक ऑफ कॉमर्स and United Bank of India, UBI, Oriental Bank of Commerce, OBC and UBI merged with Punjab National Bank dash New Delhi dash SS Mallikarjun Rao, SS Mallikarjun Rao, Mallikarjun Rao. Next, choice 1 is Mumbai. Union Bank of India, Union Bank of India, Union Bank of India in brackets Andhra Bank plus Corporation Bank, Corporation Bank plus Andhra Bank merged with Union Bank of India dash Mumbai dash Rajkiran Rai, Rajkiran Rai, R-A-I, Rai, Rajkiran Rai. So we have Chennai there. Right, in bracket, next one, Indian Bank, Indian Bank, Indian Bank, in brackets, Allahabad Bank, Allahabad Bank, Allahabad Bank, dash, Chennai, dash, Padmaja Chunduru, yes, Padmaja Chunduru, C-H-U-N-D-U-R-U, Chunduru, Padmaja Chunduru, Padmaja Chunduru. The last one is, see, Mangaluru. There is no bank that is headquartered in Mangaluru, though Corporation Bank, you could say Syndicate Bank, you could say Canara Bank, all started more or less in this place. But now they have moved out. They have moved out. Like, so, one of the banks, see, Corporation Bank is gone. It's completely gone. Okay? Because it's now merged with some other bank. But when it comes to a bank that is still there, that was born here but is still around, is Canara Bank. You could write Canara Bank, C-A-N-A-R-A. Canara Bank. In brackets, Syndicate Bank. Syndicate Bank. Dash Bengaluru. Bengaluru or Bangalore, whatever. Dash T.N. Manoharan. Manoharan. T.N. Manoharan. Okay. That is good information, isn't it? So we took the name of the banks that merged with these banks, and we brought in the headquarters, and we brought in the current head of the bank. Okay. Which of the following is not an initiative taken by the government of India for financial inclusion? Financial inclusion is bringing people into the banking system, into the organized banking system. Yeah. No frills account means nothing except deposit. Yeah. No extra facilities like ATM. In fact, nothing comes except basic deposit and basic withdrawal. That is. No frills account. Swabhiman campaign, lead bank scheme, business correspondent. It's mentioned. Choice 5 is the right answer. Of course. I can bring in 2 and 4. Just एक line लिखते हैं. Right. Swabhiman account or Swabhiman campaign. Swabhiman campaign. Swabhiman campaign. Right. Financial inclusion program. Financial inclusion program to ensure banking facilities in places, in settlements, places with over 2000 population. So जहाँ पे 2000 से ज़्यादा जनसंख्या है, 2000 से ज़्यादा लोग रहते हैं, वहाँ पे people should have access to banks and all that, banking facilities, not banking facilities. Sometimes this is not possible. So banks cannot open accounts everywhere. They cannot open branches everywhere because opening a branch calls for a lot of paisa, and it should be profitable also. So what the government of India has done is they have introduced the concept of choice 4. What is that? Business correspondent. So leave one line space, write business correspondent. Business correspondent. Right. Retail agents engaged by commercial banks, engaged, ENGAGED, engaged by commercial banks for providing banking services at locations other than a bank branch or ATM. Chaliye, simple ones. The Institute for Development and Research in Banking Technology was established by RBI. And where is it? It's in Hyderabad, my city, Hyderabad. And we have taken notes on each of this. So, National Housing Bank, chairman is Muhammad Mustafa. No, chairman is Sharda Kumar Hota. SK Hota, HOTA. NHB chairman SK Hota, HOTA, Hota. So it regulates all the housing finance companies in India, NHB. Okay. The online digital payment system, retail payment systems are run by NPCL, National Payments Corporation of India Limited. Okay, and this is run by a guy called Dilip Asbe, ASBE, Dilip Asbe. Who is the author of the book Kargil, Untold Stories from the War? Rachna Bish Rawat. Nothing to discuss. Maybe we could discuss choice 5. Anupam Kher, he's written one book recently, and the name is Lessons. Right? Lessons. 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 Life lessons. Life taught me. Lessons life taught me, TAUGHT. Lessons life taught me, unknowingly, UNKNOWINGLY, unknowingly. lessons life taught me, comma, unknowingly. There's a lot we can learn in that. We have been locked down, literally locked down, figuratively locked down in the government, in our homes, and I think the kind of limitations that we have today, that a lot of things could be learned by all of us, but it's a matter of learning or no learning. We learn, we don't learn, so it's entirely up to us. I'm glad that most of you are seated across this video talk and you're learning, because end of the day we need to build a great future, a better future, my friends. Okay, always spend some time every day to learn things. You may not understand everything, you may not remember everything, never mind, absolutely never mind. Just read, keep learning. This is important, my friends. Okay, very, very important. So SARFAESI Act allows banks and other financial institutions to auction residential or commercial properties of defaulters to recover loans. We discussed this in the past. What does R stand for in SARFAESI? It stands for reconstruction. So if you would look up your book, एक बार आप पिक्चर पलट के देखेंगे, आप पेजेस वगैरह, ओ SARFAESI मैंने बताया था आपको क्या है. So just write this. Securitization, full form of SARFAESI. So आप जब भी मिला आपको ये वापस से आप definition है, पूरा definition है. The last question, what does R stand from SARFAESI to recover loans, is a definition of this act. ये कानून करता क्या है? ये है actually. It helps banks recover, loans. They have lent me money and I'm not paying back. So this law allows a bank to recover my, the money lent to me by selling my property. That is what it does. So, right. SARFAESI is full form. Securitization. 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 Securitization and reconstruction. Securitization and reconstruction of financial assets, and enforcement of securities interest Act, Act, comma, 2002. So securities and reconstruction of financial assets, and what is that? And enforcement of Securities Interest Act 2002. That's SARFAESI. So this is a very powerful law, and it is helping banks a lot, my friends. May 21st is observed every year as Anti-Terrorism Day. That's the day Rajiv Gandhi was killed. Former Prime Minister of India, Rajiv Gandhi, was killed on this day in 1991. 1991. Yeah. This is something of a distinct memory, because see, you know that I have never brought anything personal, but I was watching a film on that day in a small town. So they asked us, they switched off the film and they said, go home, go home. We were all quite shocked. So curfew was, curfew was enforced, and things were very bad for a few days. But anyway, that's the day. May 21st is observed as Anti-Terrorism Day, because on this day in 1991, Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated by Sri Lankan Tamil terrorists, basically. Okay, they belong to the LTTE, Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam. So, International Biological Diversity Day, May 22nd. Choice 1, May 22nd. May 22nd. World Diabetes Day, November 14th. November 14th. November 14th is Children's Day, Jawaharlal Nehru's birthday. But when you look at this particular day, World Diabetes Day, dash November 14th, dash birthday of, क्यों उसी दिन सेलिब्रेट, birthday of Frederick Banting, you write this. Frederick. Frederick Banting. 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 Frederick Banting, in brackets, a co-discoverer of insulin. A co-discoverer of insulin. Co-discoverer of insulin. You know, that led to the more or less finding out what is this disease and later, you know, treatment, insulin-based treatment. So Frederick Banting, Charles Best, और क्या नाम था उनका third, J.R.R. MacLeod, John James MacLeod. These three guys co-discovered it, insulin. But this man is considered a slightly higher guy among the three. Frederick Banting, Banting. Anti-Terrorism Day, we know. International Day of Families. Please write this. International Day of Families. I think it is. I'm not really sure. 15th May. 15th May. Yeah, 15th May. 15th May. International Day of Families. I'm not very sure as to why this is celebrated, because I read it somewhere that it is to, you know, to ensure that families stay together, the importance of family and all that. Well, International Day of Families, May 15th, and the last one is World Telecommunication and Information Society Day, May 17th. May 17th. May 17th. So except for World Diabetes Day, the other four belong to May. May 17th, May 15th, May 22nd, May 21st, and November 14th. Yes. Next. Which life insurance company is the first to announce additional benefits related to coronavirus disease 19 for its policyholders and agents at no additional cost? Tata AIA Life Insurance. Hardly anything to discuss. Almost all insurance companies have to cover COVID related treatment. But this is additional benefits. Please know that. What is it? Additional benefits. So Tata AIA. AIA is what we say, Hong Kong based company. It's a Hong Kong based company. Yes, it's a Hong Kong based company. इसमें Prudential जो है British company है. Prudential British company. Sun Life is a Canadian company. Allianz is a German company. These are all joint ventures. The government of India has amended the FDI policy to discourage opportunistic investment in the Indian companies in the midst of coronavirus pandemic. In this context, which of the following nations will now require a nod from the central government for FDI investments in banking companies? In the, now all of them from India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, all these countries. Bhutan was included just because some other countries will use the Bhutan route. But otherwise, there is no danger from Bhutan. But you should know that recently some Chinese bank bought a stake in HDFC Bank, and that is what triggered this actually. Because valuations are down now because the market has crashed, stock market has crashed, so share price have gone down, share price goes down, market capitalization goes down. So people who have to pay, if I have to buy some shares, I buy at a lower price today because the market has crashed. So this is a good opportunity for people, for banks, for companies to buy companies. But Chinese companies coming in, snapping up one of our prized banks is not a good idea. So it created a furor across the country. It led to a lot of problems across the country for the government. So the government of India has now amended this act and said, if some company from these four countries wants to come and buy some shares in some company, they have to seek approval from the government of India. Earlier, they could buy it from the market. So it was automatic route. What was it? Automatic route. Now permission is required. We discuss all these countries also. We taken notes on country, currency, capital, and all that stuff. Leaders. Which institution in the ministry has released the order books, inventories, and capacity utilization survey that provides an insight into the demands of the Indian manufacturing sector? RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Who is the Commerce Minister? Piyush Goyal. Piyush Goyal. Choice 1, Piyush Goyal. Choice 2, Nirmala Sitharaman. SEBI chairman is Ajay Tyagi. Ajay Tyagi. FICCI is full form is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry dash President Sangeeta Reddy. She comes in the Apollo Hospital family, my friends. Yeah. So FICCI जैसे एक और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है CII, Confederation of Indian Industry. Write this. Confederation of Indian Industry. Confederation of Indian Industry. Confederation of Indian Industry. Dash. President. What's his name? Kirloskar guy. Right. President Sanjay Kirloskar. Sorry, not Sanjay. Sanjay तो भाई है. Vikram Kirloskar. These guys have been fighting, yeah. These Kirloskar's 3 brothers, they have been fighting among themselves to, over control of businesses and property. So anyway, this is Vikram Kirloskar. Okay. Next. Whom of the following has been appointed the first ever chairman of the National Medical Commission? Oh, Suresh Chandra Sharma. Not much to discuss here. This is the first ever chairman. They recently set this up, National Medical Commission, Suresh Chandra Sharma. Devi Shetty, as you know, he is a very popular doctor. Bapu Nadkarni, who passed away recently, was associated with cricket. Yeah. So write this. This is a question that when I was a child in this, I was asked this question in a school quiz. Amazing, yeah. The guys are still popular. He died recently. Right. Bapu Nadkarni. Underline his name. Right. First name. Full name. Bapu is not his name. Bapu is a nickname. Okay. That's right. Ramesh Chandra Gangaram Nadkarni, Nadkarni. Ramesh Chandra Nadkarni. Next point. Played 41 tests. 41 tests. TESTS. Tests for India between 1955 and 68. 1955 and 68. Next. Holds the record for ice. I'm not very sure if it's still the record, but I think it is still a record. Holds the record for bowling. 27 consecutive maidens. Sorry, 21 consecutive maidens, not 27. 21 consecutive maidens. 21 consecutive maidens. Against England at Chennai. I think I remember it. Chennai. Yeah, I think it was Chennai. Against England is enough. Against England. In that test, his final figures were 32 overs, 27 maidens, 5 runs, no wickets. 32 overs, 27 maidens, 5 runs. So 27 maidens of 32 wins, 5 runs in the remaining 5 overs, 1 per over. So amazing guy, isn't it? Yeah. the batsman would have been really frustrated against this guy. With which country has India recently partnered to develop museums, cultural spaces, and to organize exhibitions and festivals? Answers mentioned there, France. Anything that you would want to know about this? Spain, we've taken the notes a lot of time. UK also, but maybe Italy we can repeat along with Portugal. एक काम करते हैं Italy और Portugal के बारे में repeat करते हैं, ठीक है? Right. See, apart from this, there is hardly anything else. See, because the world is under lockdown, nothing is happening. Nothing except this disease. There's no economic activity, no political activity, absolutely nothing. The world is at a standstill. जैसे आप घर में बंधे हुए हैं, आप घर में लॉकडाउन हो चुके हैं, मैं हुआ हूँ. So the entire world is like this. Nothing's going around actually. So we can only write what we have written and maybe discuss a few more things if there is something available there. So write Italy dash Rome, R-O-M-E, Rome dash Giuseppe Conti, Giuseppe. I repeat, Giuseppe, Giuseppe Conti, C-O-N-T, Giuseppe Conti. Giuseppe Conti is the Prime Minister. Dash, what's the currency? Euro. Portugal. See, before I go to Portugal, Italy, one of the major reasons why there have been so many deaths in Italy is one that in the beginning they weren't very serious about it. And see, there are cultural reasons. One is that the Italians are very social people. They hug the elderly, they kiss. These are all cultural things, my friends, which is pretty normal thing. Just say parents kiss their little kids here in India. It's the same thing everywhere in the world. So elderly people, and the average age in Italy is, I think if I'm not wrong, 47 years. The median age is not average, median. It's close to that. 47 years. Hindustan में 27.8 है. कितना? 27.8. Imagine that. In India, it's 27, take 27, the median age, वहाँ पे है 47. So it actually means that the society is aging and more people are getting older. So there's a lot of, and elders meet, parents, grandparents, they live away, they live separately. So when they meet, they come and they hug each other and all. So initially it was not well, taken seriously. And in Wuhan, where the coronavirus pandemic broke out, there are a lot of companies that own businesses in North Italy. For example, in North Italy, there is Milan, M-I-L-A-N. Milan is the fashion capital of the world. Some of the world's most famous fashion brands have, magic manufacturing operations here. And a lot of these companies have been purchased by Chinese companies. So between Milan and Wuhan, there are direct flights, I think twice a day. Imagine the number of Chinese that would come in from Wuhan. And initially when this scare happened in Italy that there is this virus outbreak in China, so वहाँ पे उन बंदों ने क्या किया, Chinese आए और मिलान के city center squares में वगैरह वहाँ पे एक बोर्ड लेके खड़े होते हैं, I'm not a virus, I'm not saying this is what happened. They would write, I'm not a virus, treat me as a human being. So people, how people are dildar. People don't see this. People basically, out of idiocy or whatever, rather than be careful, they just look at it as oh my God, how can we treat them so badly? No, they are feeling so bad. So people went and hugged that guy. This is real. You could look up on the net actually, So this is one of the fundamental reasons why, a lot of tourists, Chinese tourists, Chinese business persons who would, come in here, Chinese workers, they carried the disease, and initially no one took it seriously, and it spread very fast, very, very fast. And because the lockdown came in quite late in Italy, by then people had moved away. And people also were given a chance to move away from North Italy. So before the lockdown was announced, people moved away to South, and that is where they carried this also. Luckily in India, the government has been strong enough. It has not bowed to multiple pressures. But of course, pressure is always there in India. So this is one of the reasons, and there is no universal vaccination. Now that there is this reason that BCG vaccination, see, I don't know how true it is, but there is an ongoing theory that countries that have had universal vaccination, like one of them is BCG, which is given by tuberculosis and other diseases, childhood thing, this kind of takes care of this boosts immunity, and this is, I don't know how true it is. It is cited as a fundamental reason for the non-widespread nature of the disease. In fact, the disease has not become widespread in India and in Portugal. In Spain, it's wide, there is no universal vaccination. Children at birth are not given, or at early infancy or childhood, they are not given this vaccine, BCG vaccine, whereas in Portugal, it is there. So now epidemiologists are suggesting, they say it's too early to say this, but there is still maybe a link that BCG, boosts immunity. So this is one of those reasons actually. पोर्चुगल में डेथ रेट काफ़ी कम है, और स्प्रेड भी काफ़ी कम है, इन्फेक्शन रेट काफ़ी कम है. वैसे स्पेन में बहुत ज़्यादा है, और दोनों नेबर्स हैं, बहुत दोनों नेबर्स हैं एक्चुअली. सो I mean, things are quite different. Portugal, Lisbon, capital is Lisbon, 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 and then the president's name is Marcelo de Sousa. Marcelo, M-A-R-C-E-L-O, Marcelo de Sousa, D-E-S-O-U-S-A, de Sousa. The guy's full name is Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa. It's okay. The currency is euro. Next. Which ministry has recently announced the setting up of new emerging and strategic technologies division? Foreign Affairs Minister. Who is the Foreign Affairs Minister of India? The Foreign Affairs Minister of India is S. Jaishankar. Then Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Ministry of Finance is the same person. Who is it? Nirmala Sitharaman. So 1 and 2 is Nirmala Sitharaman. Number 3 is Jaishankar, S. Subramaniam Jaishankar. Number 4 is Piyush Goyal. Number 5 is Harshvardhan. Harshvardhan also holds the Health and Family Welfare Ministry. He also holds Earth Sciences Ministry. As per the data from the National Crimes Records Bureau, with a total of nearly 23,000 cases, which Indian state accounted for the maximum number of economic offences in 2018. Uttar Pradesh. Not a great record, my friends, not a record that UP would be proud of. Not a record that UP would be proud of, but that's a record, unfortunately. Okay. So a lot of frauds happening around the country. Yeah. Hey, I put the logo there. Who among the following has recently been appointed to the ambassador of the Worldwide Fund for Nature? For Nature is missing. Worldwide Fund for Nature, India's Environment Education Program. The great chess player Vishwanathan Anand. Yeah. Vishwanathan Anand. You know all these persons here. One of the world's greatest boxers, Mary Kom. Who is also called Magnificent Mary. What's the nickname? Magnificent Mary, M-A-R-Y, Magnificent Mary. So, the nickname of this panda, is Chi-Chi. What is it? Chi-Chi, C-H-I, Chi-Chi, yeah. It's like Govinda's nickname. Yeah. Who in the following has retained the top position of being the most valuable celebrity brand in the Duff and Phelps Celebrity Brand Valuation Report 2019 for the third consecutive year? Good old Virat Kohli is not very old actually. Number 1 is Virat Kohli, number 2 is Akshay Kumar. These guys carry a lot of trust. So that's why people, they sell all kinds of things to us. We trust these guys. Virat Kohli, number 1. Otherwise, why would Virat Kohli ask you to go and get into Uber? Isn't it? Yeah, because it's a matter of trust. People should trust Uber, is basically. Because a ride is a matter of trust also. Isn't it? Otherwise, Virat Kohli would have the world's most luxurious cars. But he still would ask you to go, travel by Uber. He would show us how to, how to Uber actually. So Virat Kohli is the best, most valuable celebrity brand in India. Second is Akshay Kumar. And number 3 is the husband and wife team of Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh. Ranveer Singh, Ranveer Singh, the gully boy. So Virat Kohli, Akshay Kumar number 2, number 3 is Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh. Who among the following has been conferred the 2020 International Award for Leprosy, International Gandhi Award for Leprosy under the Indian nomination? Okay, it is. I tried to look at this much, not. I didn't find the question appealing enough to discuss this. So the answers there: Dharma Shaktu. Choices 4 and 5 are husband and wife team. They run the ashram of Baba Ante near Wardha. This is, Prakash Ante is the son of Baba Ante, and Mandakini Ante, I think, is a daughter-in-law. Baba Ante is a great man. Of course, he was a humanitarian. He was humanist. He had this ashram near Wardha, Nagpur, and which was open to almost everyone, including especially lepers. Okay. So, who among the following became the first Indian to win the International Hockey Federation Player of the Year award? Manpreet Singh. That's Manpreet Singh. He is considered among the greatest, one of the best hockey players in the world today. He is the captain of the Indian hockey team, my friends. He helped India get into the Olympic Games also. Manpreet Singh. He won this award, Player of the Year award. Which company's Club Energy Switch Off to Switch On campaign has won silver in the 2020 Edison Award in the Social Innovation subcategory? Tata Power. Who is the CEO of Tata Power? Praveer Sinha. You write this. Praveer, 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 Praveer Sinha. Praveer Sinha. Then you look at the choice 1. Greenco, very big company. Greenco is CEO is Anil Chamala Setti. Chamala, CHALMASETTY. CHALAMASETTY. Chamala Setti. Chamala Setti. We can take one more. NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation. National Thermal Power Corporation. Oh, it's been a long class. National Thermal Power Corporation. Gurdeep Singh. Yeah, Gurdeep Singh. Chairman is Gurdeep Singh. Gurdeep Singh. Next one. Which Indian company has recently acquired Britain's iconic sporting motorcycle firm Norton Motorcycles in an all-cash deal for just 153 crores? Because people are not buying bikes in the West. It's no longer a choice of a vehicle of choice. Answers TVS Motor, and TVS Motor, as you know, is the CEO is a guy called the MD, Chairman MD is Venu Srinivasan. TVS Motor, Venu Srinivasan. We can take one more because we discussed these choices in the past. Esher Motors and all that. Esher makes your bullet. Yes. Siddhartha Lal. Esher Motors, MD Siddhartha Lal. Lal. Siddhartha Lal. Hero Motor Corp, Pawan Munjal. Okay, I think the last couple of questions. Ladies and gentlemen, which of the following institutions has served the COVID sample collection kiosk for healthcare workers to safely collect COVID-19 samples from a suspected patient? DRDL. DRDL is a lab of DRDO. It's in Hyderabad. DRDL Hyderabad. You could write this. DRDL Hyderabad. You know what? 1, 2, 3 all are in Hyderabad. Bharat Dynamics Limited, BDL, Mishra Dhatu Nigam Limited. They're all in Hyderabad. 1, 2, 3 in Hyderabad. Choice 5, Indian Institute of Science is in Bengaluru. Bengaluru. Nothing to discuss actually. DRDO chairman you want to write? Satish Reddy. G. Satish Reddy. DRDO chairman G. Satish Reddy. G. Satish Reddy. G. Satish Reddy. Who has been elected as a bureau member of the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry IUPAC for the period 2020-23? He is just the second member from India, my friends. The earlier guy, the first guy was CNR Rao. This is CNR Rao is a Bharat Ratna winner. He Chintamani Nageshwar Rao. Chintamani Nageshwar Rao. You know, CN Rao has authored more than 1,000 research papers. Bharat Ratna, he is a Bharat Ratna winner. And it's a rare thing that India scientists are given Bharat Ratna. He is one of those guys. Okay. And of course, if you want to write about IUPAC, just write this. IUPAC, write this. Names, IUPAC names, all new elements, IUPAC names, all new elements, comma, declare atomic weights, declare DECLARE, declare atomic weights, and physical constants. They also declare this. Physical constants, comma, they do one more thing. Update periodic table, and carry out research papers. Carry out research. They bring out research papers and carry out research in chemistry. I'm a science quiz guy, so I love science, but I don't teach science, luckily. So, that was it. Alright. That's it, guys. We kind of spent close to 1.5 hours, my friend. Thanks for being here. I hope you learned a few good things today. As I always ask you, did you learn something nice? So if you learned something nice, please leave your feedback with us. And the first things that we discussed in the class, always the longest discussion we had, and the RBI stuff that we discussed were quite exhaustive. Thanks for being here. Stay curious.